Welcome to the Uncommon Transformation television series.
The determination of Governor Akpabio to make Akwa Ibom State a destination to drive his transformation agenda, especially the building of infrastructure to give verve to the state's economy in every sector before he leaves office in 2015, is gathering momentum by the day. This can be seen from the many road projects whose construction is on the fast lane, as well as the building of other key infrastructure across the state. Notable among the roads projects is the ongoing dualization of the Uyo-Ikotekpene Highway. Also, there is the 1.2-kilometer Etebienwan Bridge, the longest bridge in the state. There is also the dualization of Uyo-Etinan-Eket Road, as well as the Eket-Ibanal Road and the Uyo-Ikotokwikona Road with a suspended bridge. These constructions are ongoing alongside the finishing of the Tropicana complex that is undergoing landscaping at the moment, the Ibom International Stadium, and also the finishing touches to the new 250-bedroom 5-star hotel, as well as the wet and dry theme parks.
I knew that we had a covenant with God. We also had a covenant with the people. And so we set about trying to ensure that we met the aspirations of the people. Looking back, I feel very excited because first, we have been able to create the infrastructure they have been yearning for years. We didn't have good roads, but today we have started over 300 roads. We have intervened even in federal roads in the state. What we call federal roads are roads that are meant to be done by the federal government and not by the state. But we had to because our citizens trespass those roads on a daily basis. And the accidents that occurred will not occur to federal staff, but rather to our own citizens.
One of the signature projects and the pride of the Governor Akpabio-led administration is the ongoing construction of the 3-story, 287-bed Ibom International Specialist Hospital located at Itam in the fringes of the state capital. This hospital, which is going to be a referral center, will also provide specialist care to those who need it and give boost to medical tourism. This is without prejudice to commendable efforts by the administration in the area of primary health care delivery system with declaration of free Medicare for pregnant women and children under age 5 and the elderly, and also the building of 5 new general hospitals in the state. The last time we brought you a documentary on this project, work had not reached the current level. But the story has changed. Work has been stepped up. For instance, cladding of the wall is progressing. Screeding of the floors preparatory to tiling is also doing well. Toilets and bathrooms are wearing a new look. Air conditioning equipment and other electrical fittings are coming on stream. And so, in line with the policy of this administration to constantly bring her citizenry up to speed with developments in the polity to give them a sense of belonging and participatory governance, the transformation team deployed to field to bring these developments to your living rooms.
We went ahead to build good hospitals because anybody who comes here to stay and live amongst us would like to see the best in terms of healthcare. And that's the kind of thing. And then, of course, we are training a lot of our children in residency, and then we brought in retired consultants into the medical field. And right now, I'm trying to encourage people in the diaspora to form a consortium and come in and run one of the specialist hospitals I'm building right here in it.
This magnificent Akwa Ibom International Specialist Hospital consists of 6 blocks, a service building housing a school of nursing, and a tunnel connecting the basement of both the main and service buildings for ease of maintenance. The concept of the building is to create an ambience similar to a 5-star hotel to help patients recuperate faster. Because it's designed as a referral hospital, it will come with all standard and essential facilities. It will have emergency departments, laboratories, imaging departments with MRI scan, CT room for various X-ray facilities, and functional diagnostic with the endoscopy equipment. It will also have OT departments with recovery and ICU dialysis sterilization area, obstetrics and neonatal care, among others. In addition to all these, there will be retail and coffee shops, as well as chapel integrated in the hospital street on the ground floor. The design philosophy of the hospital is such that when approaching from the main entrance, one is led into the atrium hall with central reception, which is conceptualized to blend with the interior layout and courtyards to assist in orienting both patients and visitors, as well as provide a feeling of not being confined, but rather belonging to an inviting open house with close contact with nature.
One of the key elements of the philosophy of the hospital is based on research primarily carried out in the United States, which has confirmed that patients, if they are in a welcoming and caring environment, not only do they not feel so physically ill at ease, but they recover more quickly. And this hospital has incorporated a number of features, which from the time the patients approach the hospital, through the time when they are being examined, diagnosed, put to bed, and they recover with a feeling of well-being. A hospital is a system of care. And if the environment in the hospital is not only welcoming for the patient, but is technically designed as an efficient place in which to give treatment, then not only are your patients being treated with respect and dignity, but the staff feel they can give the best service because technically the materials at their disposal, the rooms, the equipment, the operating theatres are well planned, efficient and effective. Inpatient ward blocks have a courtyard in the middle so that patients in some of the areas can look onto the courtyard, but the bedrooms mainly have an outside view, and they're on the first and second floors. So if you're in the room, you've got a view over parts of Uyo town and its environs.
Some sensitive and essential equipment are undergoing installation. This piece of equipment is called the pneumatic pump. The consulting architect, Mr. Roy McGregor, explains.
You will have seen some grey-coloured pipes high up above where the ceiling will be. This is called a pneumatic tube delivery system. And it's very simple technically. It consists of large diameter pipes, around 6 to 8 inches diameter, through which will travel sealed capsules, which will contain either documentation, laboratory samples, or pharmaceuticals. And when we visited Spain over a year ago now, we went to Valencia, to a large hospital there, and we saw this system in operation. and because we were impressed with its efficiency and indeed its simplicity, it was decided to install it in the hospital. The stations are connecting the wards, the laboratory, the operating theatre, and of course the pharmacy.
Why is this piece of equipment essential for a hospital of this magnitude?
It's a little bit similar to information technology systems in hospitals, in that when you're depending upon paper systems and people with legs, documents can sometimes, or laboratory samples, take a long time to get from point A to point B, and they can maybe be mishandled on the way in some way. When you pop your laboratory sample into the sealed tube, it is completely safe from starting point to delivery point, and it's also much quicker than walking horizontally and then climbing 2 sets of stairs. So it is fast, efficient and safe.
The interests in this hospital, to say the least, have been avalanche. Several consortiums have indicated interest in partnering the state in this noble venture.
They are doing very well in India, one of the biggest private hospitals in India, and they have started in Abuja. They are operating there, but I'm sure that the one in Akwa Ibom said if we enter in the memorandum of understanding, will be their biggest concert worldwide. That is the new international hospital we are building at Itanbush and Itanbush. We will come with all the compliments of closure for the staff and personnel, and also it will also come with specialist accommodation for patients who are going to be living around the environment. And we encourage the private sector to come in and build many hotels there, which will also run as many hotels and also operate as wards and hotels for even the patients, so they can have access to the place. I believe that this will be their biggest facility. That's why I said they should come in. And one of the partners, the managing director, for coming in person to the team to see what we are doing and why we said. And I'm sure that this will not be their last visit. I believe strongly that at the end of this visit, something good will come out. And God willing, by next year, this state should begin to offer first-class medical services. And the recent capital flights to India will reduce to the direct.
Recently, consortiums of medical experts of Akwa Ibom professionals, as well as others from the UK, Germany and India, have shown interest. Most recently, another group of medical experts from Nova Medical Center, India, was in town and went on tour of the facility.
Enough and more Nigerians are in important positions in England.
And US.
And US.
Yes.
I had a colleague who was in Oxford, who's still there. Now, why shouldn't he come home? It's more than edifice, it's almost complete. Most of the structure is almost ready. I think it's...
Another 1.5.
Yeah.
Maximum 1.
1.5 what?
Yeah.
No, I think it's going to be less. See, if you put cranes,
Yeah.
if you put cranes like this, then the construction is very fast. The cost of cranes is expensive. It is not a very tall building.
Yeah, it's not very tall.
But if you put
4-5
cranes in a 5-story building, that means you mean business. Right? You want to finish it very rapidly.
The doctor spoke on how this vision could save capital flights.
With facilities like this, it will help people because they don't have to move to South Africa, they don't have to come to India, they don't have to go to England and United States for treatment. You will be bringing treatment here. You need good facilities to do good surgeries.
These doctors who are in town on the invitation of the state government also shared their wealth of experience and knowledge with doctors in the state in a seminar and other talk shops. They also followed up on some patients they treated in India who were sponsored by Her Excellency Ikaitu Noma Akpabio, wife of the state's governor.
I was once a patient, and 3 years ago I had some problems with my spinal column and I had to travel to India for a surgery. So when I see this opportunity, they have come here, I had to come and see them for a follow-up checkup. When we talk about medical tourism, people keep traveling far away, spending plenty of money. We believe that, yes, that is good, but time should come when we should be able to get our own things here. With the training given to our people, the investment given, like the specialist hospital that is under construction, I want to believe that in the next 3, 4, 5 years, we would have reduced the trend of people moving out.
The Excellency feel that with the 20th anniversary hospital being put in place, which is almost ready, that we need our doctors here to have skills so that in running of the hospitals. So, and it's easier to get a group of doctors to come here and train over 100 of us than for us to just send 5 people across. It's going to be more expensive, and the number of people who will get this knowledge will be minimal. So they are coming here, they're going to do the first total knee replacement that will be recorded in the history of this state. It's going to be done by the orthopedic department, and it's going to be an audiovisual session. What it means is that some doctors will be in the theater, our doctors assisting to do the surgery, while some group of doctors, medical students, and enthusiasts of the procedure will be in a room watching the procedure.
Uyo is so green and beautiful that the visit itself has been an extremely pleasant experience. So, with a good start, I think the people here are also very nice. So, interacting with patients has been good. There are many problems here, and some of the healthcare systems have not still developed to the level that one would wish. So, we are here with an idea to look at patients, interact with doctors, have lectures, demonstrate surgeries, and carry out a workshop. So this is all packed in 3 days, wherein we are eventually going to lead to some exchange of ideas, try and learn things from both sides. From our side, we'll give in our ideas. From the side of the surgeons and doctors here, we'll get to learn their point of view. So it's an exchange that we hope to continue on a regular basis.
It is heartwarming to note that this facility will not only be treating patients, but will also serve as a center for disease control. Little wonder plumbing, floor tiles and other sanitary wares and doors to be used are made strictly to medical specifications.
These days, there is a body of opinion which says that you should use very high-tech materials to reduce the risk of bacterial contamination. However, in areas like patient toilets, we have made sure, for example, that the tiles, instead of being 150 by 150 diameter, they are large format tiles, which means that the number of joints are reduced. So therefore, the smooth surface is increased relative to the joints. In addition to which, of course, the workmanship is of such quality that the grouting between the tiles will be very well done, and effectively it will be a wiping operation with a product which will decontaminate the tile surfaces. The other thing you may be interested to know is that because these tiles are European specification, both the walls but especially the floor, they will not wear away after time. They will have a long lifespan.
The plumbing experts gives further insights.
Yes, what we've done is now the actual piping we're installing is what they call PPR pipe, which is a polypropylene pipe. We actually fused 2 pipes together. So there, once you fused it, you have a weld of 20 millimeters. So once it's installed, it's maintenance free. You don't work on that water system ever again, unless you're working on a faucet, which has working parts, which has a plunge and a washer, which wears. But the maintenance is made very easy for the next person that comes to work. All our stuff is positioned in shafts. It'll be labeled hot water, cold water, return water, supply, this is aircon water. So everything will be labeled for when the maintenance person does come. It's very easy for him. You can take a man off the street that can read and he will tell you what it is.
With the sophistication and high-tech equipment that will be installed here, what is the government doing to groom local manpower?
What we're going to do basically would be a lot of on-the-job training for Nigerian staff who would be involved. So over a period of weeks, maybe months, there would be a gradual, transfer. of knowledge and training, what we call supportive supervision, on-the-ground supportive supervision, trying to make sure you can raise the bar and the practice of the Nigerian staff who will be involved in the running of the hospital. Some of the key staff, we hope to actually send them outside the country, to go probably work in the mother hospital, and then also for some time see and learn and come back.
What are the implications of this hospital on the healthcare delivery system in the state?
Everything I would talk about would offer the normal surgeries, would offer specialized surgeries. We have at the back of our minds what are the greatest problems that take Nigerians outside the country. So of course we want to be a center of excellence in terms of cardiovascular, medicine. Some of those heart problems, we should have equipment for both diagnosis and even treatment. In terms of the theater, we are going to have 3 state-of-the-art modular theaters and 3 normal theaters. We should be able to do, even at the end of the day, open heart surgeries. We should be able to do transplant surgeries, kidney transplant. We also want to be a center of excellence for renal medicine, knowing that so many Nigerians have end-stage renal disease, would need to have renal transplant. So we're going to do that. And then also we have to think about things like neurosurgery. A lot of accidents, we're having a lot of good roads, isn't it? One of the problems of good roads is that you have some people who are not very careful, drive at very high speeds and then end up having accidents. So you're going to have a lot more people who need spinal and neurosurgery. You also intend to offer that.
A quick look at the construction data shows that the floor area of the hospital main building has 33,750 square meters. The service building has 8,560 square meters, while the support building consisting of the morgue, powerhouse and waste management and the grass area of the site has 1,250 square meters and 7.8 hectares respectively. One of the vital facilities this hospital will have on completion is a built-in oxygen plant, which is not a common feature. Hospitals within the geopolitical zone and beyond can refill their cylinders here. This will also boost revenue base of the hospital, as it will be expected to generate its running cost. It will also have a service building which will have a nurse school, administration, workshops, staff canteen, laundry and others. Medical staff will not be too far away, as staff will be quartered within the hospital. This is a kind of legacy Governor Akpabio will be leaving behind when he leaves office as governor next year. The people call it Uncommon Transformation.
Uncommon Transformation television series brings to you the latest information of the monumental achievements of the Governor Akpabio-led administration. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube to read the latest news, watch amazing videos and listen to in-depth analyses and interviews with the men and women working hand-in-hand with stakeholders to make Akwa Ibom State better. You can also log on to our website www.uncommontransformation.tv for more information. Uncommon Transformation television series, bringing to you the right and current information when you need it.